What's up, everybody? It's Dom Universe, Imhotep. Now, today we about to talk about how to get rid of negative thoughts, because most of us have negative thoughts. Now, the first step here is to be aware of your internal environment. You got to be aware of what you're thinking about, right? So, remember we talked about neural pathways in some of my videos. A neural pathway is something your brain creates when you do something for the first time, or you do something all the time, right? So just like when you play a sport, you played a sport one day, right? Your brain created a neural pathway, let's say football. You created a neural pathway for football. Now you go back the second day and practice in football. You strengthen that neural pathway. Now, when you have negative thoughts, you create a negative thought neural pathway for the negative thoughts, because that's what you label them as, right? And so the more you have these negative thoughts and you subconsciously labeling them as negative, you're going to strengthen these neural pathways and you're going to keep having them. When we create neural pathways, our brain keeps thinking about these things that the neural pathway, that let me slow down, that the neural pathways represent. Right? So what you need to understand is when we create neural pathways and we keep doing something, we are programming ourselves to learn something. This is where habits come in. We program ourselves to learn habits. So when we try to let it go, our brain is like, what the fuck? Our nervous system is going haywire, and then we have to get that thing we craving, right? So it's the same with your thoughts. You have negative thoughts, you don't want them, but you keep giving them to yourself. You keep having them. Now you got to interrupt these thoughts. So you remember how I said when you have sexual thoughts, or when I used to have sexual thoughts, right? A couple years ago. I used to interrupt these thoughts by saying, fuck off me on the inside of my head, or say it out loud. Say fuck off me, or I even learned you can even say I reject these thoughts. But the thing here is your thoughts are not yours. All thoughts are not yours. Thoughts ain't nothing but energy. You don't have to react to them. We share collective consciousness with everybody on this earth, everything on this earth, everything in this universe, everyone in this universe. So all thoughts that come into your head are not yours. This is why people get caught up in some thoughts, right? And they be depressed, they be tweeting, oh, I'm depressed, or I'm crying and I don't know why. It's like, how do you be depressed and don't know why? Because depression is an illusion. Anxiety is an illusion. You're giving yourself depression. And nobody can give you depression. Nobody can give you anxiety. It's all about your belief system, how you perceive your thoughts, right? It's like you basically gotta confuse the mind. You gotta, like when your brain think about something, just same with sexual thoughts. Let's say you have the thought to masturbate. Feel yourself. Just feel it. Feel the thought. How about that? Feel the thought arise and feel how your body feels. Notice it and then be like, instead of masturbating because I'm horny, I'm gonna go do something else with this energy. Because masturbating, that's why it's hard to that's why it's hard to stop masturbating, because you keep doing it. You strengthen the neural pathway. And when you keep strengthening a neural pathway like that, an artificial neural pathway, you're weakening your natural, real neural pathways. That's why when you let go of a habit, you go through a detox. Your mind and body is saying, what the hell is going on? Your nervous system is like, what the hell is going on? It's like a drug, right? So remember, you need to stop identifying with your thoughts. Your thoughts are not you. It's just like clouds. Remember that. So how do I put this? When you have thoughts, how do you perceive these thoughts? Are these thoughts really bothering you? When people talk shit to you, are they really bothering you? Or are you bothering yourself? Are you making yourself feel these emotions? Because it is possible to sit there when somebody talking shit to you and you not give a fuck. How hard is it to just sit there and not give a fuck if somebody say something to you? Why do you have to argue? Or why do you have to get pissed? Or why do you got to get sad? Why you got to get annoyed? The moment, like I tell y'all, the moment somebody, like for example, talking shit to you and you respond the same way they respond to you, that is the moment you gave them control over your emotion, because you're reacting off the same vibration that they are on. Think about it. If somebody talking shit to somebody and the person who getting shit talked to, if they just stand there, right, and not give a fuck, don't even show no type of reaction, poker face, don't you think the person that's talking shit gonna get even madder because they not reacting? That's because you're grounded and unmovable. Why is it better for people to, why do people think it's better to argue or to prove a point? I don't know. But It's about how you perceive your thoughts. So when you have negative thoughts, you think they negative because you perceive it as negative. You're splitting your brain into a dual brain. You're creating polarity in your mind. Things that are, and I quote, negative are supposed to be there. You have to have balance in your life. There's no such thing as negative. There's no such thing as positive if you want to be technical. You don't have to label your thoughts positive or negative. Let them shits pass by like clouds. Remember that. They're not there to stay. It's just like water. Okay, look. We have a microverse inside of us. It's a mirror of what's up in the skies, up in the celestial seas, aka space. So space is made out of a lower dense form of water. It has waves in it. You have brain waves, right? The all is the mind. As above, so below, as within, so without, right? So when you have negative thoughts and you believe them to be negative, if you believe they fucking your world up, if you believe they making you feel like shit, that is what they're going to make you feel like. That is what your life going to be. Remember that everything starts from inside. So when you have a thought about something, your subconscious make it happen. You have a thought on the inside about something, it's going to manifest in the real life. So let's say you wanted to go build like a shack or a hut. You had the thought first on the inside, and then you got out and went and made the hut. You brought that, you manifested it, right? So listen, your belief system is powerful. You got to remember that your belief system is what we see, what these eyes, what you perceive and think something is what it will be. If you think something, let's say you saw somebody get their head chopped off on a video. If you thought that was scary, something vulgar, that's just how you gonna feel. If you think it was something funny, if you think it was something wonderful, if you think it was something weird, if you think it was something happy, if you think it's about how you look at things. And people think you have to, just because we are programmed to believe certain things, right? We see certain things, and normally we see people get mad at it. We think we got to get mad at it. You got to remember, you your own person. Now listen, you have to learn how to live in the moment and breathe deep. You have to know how to be in more of a flow state, right? You have to live in the present, because there is no past, there is no future, there is only now. Everything is happening now. When you're thinking about past situations, that's creating duality, that's making your heart heavy, because if you dwelling on past emotions, past situations, or creating thoughts and then dwelling on those thoughts, what this do is create depression, especially if you suppress the emotion instead of express the emotion. It makes you depressed. So what you need to learn how to do is sit back when you have certain thoughts. Say a negative thought come by, and I quote negative. Observe it. Sit back and observe it. Just sit back. Don't even react to it. I don't give a fuck what it is. I don't give a fuck if it's about somebody dying. Do not react to it. Just look at it. You don't even got to look at it, but just look. Observe it. Right? Now, whatever thought it is, it don't matter if it's many thoughts. Ask yourself, why these kind of thoughts here? What's making me have these type of thoughts? What in my life is affecting me in the way that's making me have these type of thoughts? Because we look at certain things throughout the day, we think about all type of stuff, and our cells react to them. Our subconscious react to them. Remember, your cells ain't nothing but small, tiny versions of you. We are cells, and we are small, tiny versions of the one main primal creator God. So whatever thoughts we have, our cells react to them. Remember that. Hey, if you believe something, you got to remember, you the God of the cells that's inside your body. You are a God. That's why I say you a God. You control those cells inside of you. So listen, you have to separate from your thoughts. You got to learn how to detach. So when you have the thoughts, notice the feeling. Like, just pay attention to how you feel when you're doing it. Notice the feeling of your mind shifting to the negative thoughts, and then just notice it, and then bring your attention back to the moment, the present moment. That is how you do it. You have to learn how to notice when your mind is shifting. Notice it shift to negative thoughts, and when it do, try to shift it back to the present moment. I want y'all to learn how to I want y'all to look into alpha brainwaves or brainwaves, binaural music. But this is one thing I learned how to do. So you know how I just said that the brain got waves, right? It's just like water. So when you have negative thoughts, these vibrate at a frequency. You can feel the wave in your head. If you have to close your eyes, do it. So last night I was listening to alpha brainwave music, and I closed my eyes and I paid attention to my brain, and I felt my brain go from just shaky from beta brain waves into more relaxed alpha waves. So when it's at beta, this is a bunch of energy, your focus all over the place. You got you hyper, probably you got a lot of energy in your body, you probably anxious, you probably thinking too much. Alpha is you getting into the present moment, you being relaxed, you being at ease, you being grounded, you having more visualization, you can think clearer. Your energy ain't all in your head ain't tense. Listen to me. So it's better to be in an alpha brain state. And a lot of people associate alpha with men. I want y'all to know alpha is actually feminine, and it's in the body. When you are in alpha brainwaves, you have a better time creating and getting in the love space and visualizing and hearing your inner voice, even though you don't have to identify with the inner voice either. Remember that, because we hear the inner voice a lot in the morning. And it's hard to shut it the fuck off. And it be saying random shit, and we be identifying it and wonder why we hear this. And we think about it, probably think about it throughout the day. But that's pretty much it. Learn how not to react to your thoughts. Sit back and observe. Your thoughts are not yours. The only reason you are ever feeling fucked up about some thoughts is because you making yourself feel fucked up. Remember, anxiety and depression ain't nothing but an illusion. You are the only one who can make yourself feel emotions. The emotions are inside of you. Nobody is inside of you but you. The emotions are yours. The energies in motion are yours. Learn how to become an alchemist and learn how to move your own emotions. Learn how to control your own energy. Learn how to practice belief. Because it's also about your belief. And what you believe is what you will achieve. Remember? What you believe is what your life will give you. Your belief system creates your reality. But that's pretty much it. I'm the universe. I can value you all. Like, subscribe, please. Any questions? Hit me up.